Hello everyone, working on a couple of acoustic guitars. Going to put some onboard equalizer and tuner with a piezo mic in the bridge. This first project is a 12 string picked up from a clearinghouse that deals in new seconds. Had some loose webbing underneath that I re-glued and a couple of minor cracks on the surface. So picked up also from the same business this onboard equalizer and tuner preamp. So I'm marked it out, gonna cut that out and drop that in this area. And in the back I've marked out where I'm going to put the output jack. These were relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $19 or $20. Under the bridge I'll be installing the piezo mic there, so I will be routing down the approximate depth of the piezo mic, which is about 1/8 of an inch, so that the bridge will be in the correct height, strings will be in the correct height when I'm done. I took this guitar out to my machine shop and did the work on the bridge port. The holes I routed in by hand down in the basement. I actually used a small tool bit on my Dremel tool. Worked okay. I just was careful and 1/16 inch bit and just poked it through and carefully cut along the line. So worked out fine. But I took it out to the shop and used the bridge port to machine the slot for the piezo mic. A couple pictures. I also engraved my daughter's name on the headstock for her. Works out very nice, sounds very nice. The piezo mic does a nice job of picking up your guitar and doesn't have that electric sound if you're not looking for that electric sound. So, and the onboard tuner is also very handy. So my daughter was so happy with that one that she asked if I could do this little 6-string. This was actually purchased new by myself back in 1980. It's a Sigma, which is a Korean made guitar. Nice little guitar. It's a youth guitar. So I picked up another preamp and piezo mic assembly. This is actually a Fishman, supposed to be on a Fender guitar. So once again I marked out the holes for the output and for where the onboard equalizer tuners are going to go. Here's the output jack. I tape it off and then mark it, carefully mark it, measure it, and then the tape also helps with splintering. Here I'm going to use my Dremel tool with the little attachment and machine down the slot for the bridge to get the correct string height, again allowing for the thickness of the piezo. Tried something a little bit different here. I have one of these oscillating multi-tools and I used this to cut the holes out and it worked good. I was happy with it. I probably could pick up a different blade, a little bit smaller blade, but it worked good. So there I have the hole cut out for the output jack. And there the output jack is in place. Fits nice. There's not a lot of room for error with these things. There's probably an 1/8 inch at the most around, so I kind of careful and so that the little lip covers up the hole. Here I clamped down a couple of strips of board as a guide to machine out for the bridge using the Dremel tool. Strapped it all down with some tape to my sawhorse so it wouldn't move, and just simply went back and forth, and it worked nice. Worked out okay. Alright, this one is complete. As an afterthought, I probably should have put the equalizer tuner thing parallel with the top of the guitar. I put it parallel with the bottom guitar. It probably looks a little bit goofy, but it's in there, so it ain't coming out. Yeah, this one works nice too. Nice little unit. The onboard tuner is handy. There's a 12 string and also the electric hanging up on my daughter's wall.